Welcome to Massage Chair Relief Live, the podcast designed to educate, inform, discuss, and critique the relatively new massage chair industry. Join your host, Dr. Alan Widener, to become a massage chair expert and avoid multiple pain points in your search for the perfect massage chair.
Hi, I'm Dr. Alan Widener from Massage Chair Relief, and today is our bi-weekly massage chair industry update for Monday, March 17th, 2025. It is St. Patrick's Day, and I'm wearing my green sweater over my traditional blue golf shirt or work shirt. But happy St. Paddy's Day. All the best of luck to you today. All right, so tariffs. I mentioned in my last update that we've already seen some tariffs effect on massage chair imports. Osaki was the first to notify us for all new shipments coming from China. There was a 5 to 7% tariff, 5 to 7% tariff on cost, and now that's probably going to go up because the tariff was doubled to 20% for products coming from China. And then just this last week, we were notified by Kozuya, the Kozuya company, which sells the Kozuya chairs, Ogawa chairs, and JP Medic chairs, that chairs coming from China will also have the tariffs, and that'll affect the price change on the cost of those chairs starting on April 10th. So we haven't received the updates in terms of the cost of the chairs for us and the price of the chairs for you. We do know that for our premium chairs, the higher price chairs, there will be no immediate change on pricing. The effect of the pricing will be mostly on the lower price chairs because the profit margin is so much smaller. And so if there's an increase of 10% on the cost, that will reflect on the price of the chair. So we'll keep you posted in terms of new pricing. We were sent some of the new shipments of Osaki chairs that have come through with increased tariff on the cost, and it's not as dramatic as maybe we had originally thought. And it's not always going to be reflected in price depending on the profit margin of a particular product that you're getting from China. But just know that the tariffs are real. We are starting to see it in our industry in new shipments. We've not heard anything from any of the other chair companies yet, but we suspect we will. All right. Now, we have our next Massage Chair Relief live broadcast, and that's going to be tomorrow at 1 o'clock p.m. Pacific time, 2 o'clock p.m. Mountain time, 3 o'clock p.m. Central, and 4 o'clock p.m. Eastern time. And our guests are going to be Kathy Liu and Eric Beatty from Human Touch. And they are going to, the purpose of this live broadcast is to talk specifically about the new Supernovo X massage chair. And this is a chair that we have placed in our showrooms, and it has received some very good feedback from customers, and we've sold a number of them as well. But there's a lot of differences between this one and the old Supernovo and the Supernovo 2.0. So I want them to go over things with you on this call, so that you're a little bit better educated and enlightened about the feature set of the Supernovo X. And that's the one that has the side panels that go up like doors, so you can slide into the chair from the side. And it also has a split track, but we'll let Eric and Kathy go into the details of that. But that is tomorrow. Again, that's Tuesday, March 18th. At 1 o'clock p.m. Pacific time, 4 o'clock p.m. Eastern time, and all the other time zones in between. And we'd love to have you join us. And you can join us on our Facebook page, which is facebook.com/massage.chair.relief. You can see us on our YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/massagechairrelief. And you can also see it on our homepage, massage-chair-relief.com. That will be broadcast there as well, and that's right on the above the fold. When you get to our website, to that particular homepage, you'll see the banner across the top that has the broadcast on the right hand side. Now, the only issue with that is that you cannot make any comments or questions through the website platform. If you want to ask questions, you have to do it through the Facebook platform or the YouTube platform. Okay, now we're kind of having we're having I guess you could call it a clearance sale, as my manager, one of my managers called it. We have a number of pre-owned chairs, either floor models or return chairs, that have come back. And as you know, we have a 90-day return policy, which is a very, very forgiving return policy, and it's free. In other words, we pay for the return shipping. You'll have to get the chair ready to be picked up, but we take care of the return shipping costs, and there's no restocking fees, no back billing on the original shipping, no credit card fees, nothing. But we do get chairs that come back up to 90 days after like Christmas and Black Friday, and that's now. And so we have a number of sales that you can see on our pre-owned directory, but we have a black on black Daiwa Supreme Hybrid. We have an Ogawa Master Drive AI 2.0. We have a white and cream Daiwa Supreme Hybrid. We have a cream colored Osaki Duo Max. We have a black Osaki Belmont, a brown Sinca JP3000, which is a Japanese-made chair, and we have a floor model Daiwa Pegasus 2 smart massage chair as well. And you can see the prices on our pre-owned directory. Just go to the website and look under promotions or sales, and you'll see the pre-owned directory there, and that will give you a pretty good idea of what we have available. And these are just one-offs. It's not like it's a line of chairs or a one particular model of all the chairs, all the new end use that are available on sale. This is strictly one-offs that are floor models or return chairs, but they're great deals, very, very good discounts, and you might want to jump on those. Anyways, have a good look at those. Talking about direct-to-consumer sales. We are a middleman, if you will. We are a retailer for the chairs that we represent. And there are advantages and disadvantages to both. Direct-to-consumer sales are sales that are sold by the distributor directly to the customer, usually online. And then there's the retailer model of sales, which is what we are part of. We are a retailer for Osaki and Daiwa and Human Touch. Well, the thing is, the direct-to-distributor massage chair companies, they basically say that they get rid of the middleman, so the chairs are less expensive, and there is some truth to that. There is a middleman, a cost, but it's not as dramatic as people might think. So here are the pros and cons of both. The middleman, there is no middleman in the direct-to-consumer sales, and that may be a good or a bad thing. It could be good in that it may save you some money, but typically those chairs that are sold direct-to-consumer are cheaper chairs. And as you know, cheaper chairs are typically made in smaller factories with cheaper components, with a lower quality control protocol, a lower quality control protocol for their chairs. And so therefore the chairs are cheaper to begin with. They're cheaper made. You get what you pay for in our industry, more cheaply made. And of course, higher failure rates and things like that go along with that. So yes, you may save a little bit of money on a middleman, but you are going to lose because the retailer model allows you to have recourse. And what I mean by that is if you purchase a chair from a direct to consumer, like right off the internet, and without trying it and without seeing it, but you just basically see the marketing pieces, and you have a problem with the chair. I'm going to tell you something. Problems are not always simple and cut and dried. Sometimes problems they take a long time to diagnose and figure out, and the company might send out parts to the customer, and then the technician sent out, and then we find out it's the wrong parts, or there's another part that's also affected, and it can turn into a fairly costly and a time-consuming venture. Now, if you're dealing directly with the distributor, and they don't want to deal with you anymore, and they don't pick up the phone anymore when you call, Or they might say, oh, we're waiting for parts, or they're back ordered, or if there's problems with it and you have no recourse. And what I mean by that is when you purchase from a retailer, you have to understand the distributors don't want the retailers, their retailers, to be upset or disappointed or let down. So they're going to do what they can to make sure that the retailer's customers are taken care of. So if there's a problem with a chair and you go to the direct to consumer sales model, you have to go directly to the distributor. But if they don't want to deal with you anymore, and we have seen this, if they don't want to deal with you anymore, they'll tag you, they'll identify you, and they will not return your calls anymore if they feel like it's become too much of a hassle to deal with you or too costly for them to deal with you. And remember, those cheaper chairs have cheaper margins, and they don't have maybe the resources to pay for a lot of them. As a matter of fact, I would say most of them do not even have a labor coverage feature. Well, if you purchase a chair from a retailer and you're getting a runaround when you have a problem with your chair from the distributor, you contact your retailer, and your retailer will get involved. And if the distributor, the massage chair company, values the retailer, which they typically do because we represent their models, we promote their models, we sell their models, and then the retailer is upset because the retailer does not want to recommend chairs that they are not getting taken care of. And this is an issue because I've dealt with it personally. And so some companies, even the good companies, have blips in their service and support where they drop the ball. And if they drop the ball, you always have recourse through your retailer, because you can go to the retailer and say, hey man, such and such a company, they're not taking care of my broken chair. Or they said they were going to send parts and they're not sending parts. Or they're supposed to send a tech and they didn't send out the technician. So then we can get on the phone or get on the email and reach out to the distributor, and things start to happen. So it's like you have a backup plan in case you are not getting the results from the massage chair company that you wish and hope and think that you deserve to get, which you do if you spend thousands of dollars on their chairs. So I just want you to understand there is a difference between direct to distributor and through the retailer or the middleman. And yes, there are pros and cons. The middleman is usually going to cost a little bit more money, not as much as they advertise. That the direct to consumer people will say that it's thousands upon thousands of dollars that you're going to save by getting rid of the middleman. That's not true. In most cases, the cost is negligibly the same in many instances. So I just want you to know that the biggest benefit of buying through a retailer is that you have a backup recourse in case you have a problem with the distributor and you're not getting taken care of. Then your retailer can step in, and we do this all the time. We step in for our customers and try to get things done, and it usually gets things rolling better. So balls do get dropped in the repair process, and if the company is overwhelmed with support problems and they don't have enough technicians or people to deal with the calls, you're going to get there's going to be a greater probability that you're going to be neglected. And I just want to bear that out, because there's plenty of online options now that you can get, and they're cheap ones, and they're less expensive, but you cannot try them. They're not anywhere to try out. So you're just basically taking the word of a bunch of reviews and the word of the distributor themselves. And that's not always very objective, as you can imagine. And so I thought that was a good, and I hope I didn't talk too much or make it too unclear with the way I was explaining it, but it's important to understand that there are the different sales channels, direct to consumer and through the retailer. And the retailer, yes, might be a little bit more money in some instances, but you're going to get way better support when you've got you and the retailer pestering the distributor to get your chair fixed. Anyways, I hope that made sense. And I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please feel free to thumbs up, like us on our YouTube channel. And of course, help us spread the word about massage chairs by sharing this or any of our recordings and our videos with your friends and family through your social media platforms. But I'm Dr. Alan Widener from Massage Chair Relief, and I will see you again on the next video. Bye-bye.
Thank you for listening to another episode of the Massage Chair Relief Live podcast. Subscribe to this podcast and be notified of each episode. Check out our main website at massagechairrelief.com for much more valuable information on the massage chair industry and marketplace.